Back on Power Rankings, presented by Energizer, still going here. You see the top 8. Addressed those a little bit earlier in the show. Patriots, no surprise, still undefeated at the top, followed by the Saints Chiefs, who got their first loss handed to them. As we get to Freeland's Power 5. And Cynthia, these are your 5 teams, according to your model, that you believe have the best chance to win the Super Bowl. Number's still low because there's a lot of season left.
Absolutely. And you remember, you have to get to the playoffs in order to contend for the Super Bowl, in order to be in this Super Bowl projection to begin with. So this is far more forward-looking than just a snapshot of Week 6.
So let's look forward with the Packers. You have them slotted there at number 4, coming off an impressive road win. That, by the way, we previewed last week, pointing out that Aaron Rodgers, for whatever reason, has always played extremely well, and so well in AT&T Stadium, that he's never lost there, and he put on a clinic again.
Yeah, when you look at the Packers, it's their defensive improvements, because we kind of knew Aaron Rodgers was great, right? The ad-libbing, the ability to create off the run, like just the crazy stuff. By the way, I was looking, when he runs to the right, like his passer rating is ridiculous, like 150-something over the past since the beginning of last season. Crazy. Right. So when you look at that and then you see the improvement that they've made on defense, that has made such a significant difference in their Super Bowl projections, because remember, it's kind of this combination of how good's your quarterback, defensive pressure specifically, and then running. That's kind of like the secret sauce for Super Bowl projections. So that's part of what you're seeing in this, because that's kind of the same thing that the Patriots have. They have this dominant defense, especially with pressures. Nobody has more sacks than the Pats, and then they have great quarterback play, and then the ability to run the ball. That's kind of the most probable formula.
And also, you said it right there at the top, and it is, in order to win the Super Bowl, you have to make the playoffs first. So you have a team that has already defeated 2 other teams in their division, have a crack at the Lions this week. They could go 3-0 in division, and have one of the best records in their, or tied for the best record in their conference, meaning you get a bye in the first week. You don't have to worry about a wild card team. You're only playing 2 playoff games instead of 1 because you're a division winner. And that goes, I would assume, is a big part of that.
Having the extra bye, so the first week of the playoffs off, is like a gigantic factor. Only playing, the fewer games you have to play, the better chances that you have to win the Super Bowl.
Get out of that wild card round.
Get out of the wild card.
All right, how about number 3? At number 3, I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers. Now, this is a team, you have an opportunity to win when you have a guy like Aaron Rodgers. Matt LaFleur comes in. He doesn't necessarily revolutionize what they're doing, but he's keeping Aaron Rodgers safe, healthy, protecting him by running the football, adding the screen game, and they've gotten really good defensively. I know they gave up some yards in the past to the Dallas Cowboys, but that's because the Dallas Cowboys were fighting, trying to come back, throwing the ball down the field. The Smiths has been great pickups in free agency. Darnell Savage defensively. Jair, Kevin, really good on the outside.
Oh yeah, don't forget about Amos. I love this team. I think they should be much higher than they are now.
How much higher can you get?
We'll find out. I think they should be much higher than they are right now, which I guess I told myself, because they're not 1. I mean, they're not 2. I think they're number 1, in part because we look at what the teams that, or who people have beat. Yeah. They've had the most impressive wins so far. They beat the Cowboys by a lot more than the Saints beat the Cowboys.
Now we're counting points. Okay.
I mean, it matters. If we're picking hairs right now, we're sorting hairs right now. That is something that makes a difference. And they beat up on the Bears.
You better be the AP. You better be the AP college poll. Oh, look at this.
It matters.
Alabama beat Southern Miss by 40.
What else?
Oh my goodness!
There's 2 things.
Bruce Arians got to throw flags to protect people.
I watched that game. Marshawn has been strapping all season, but he also had a safety over top the entire game. Not to take it away from him, but that's
gotta be smart.
And you just said that they ain't beat the Cowboys. I was with you with all your theatrics. I was with you waving your hanky until you said.
First off, I was second line.
That was absolutely wrong. The Packers have beat the Cowboys.
I didn't say they didn't beat them. I didn't say. I heard you. I just heard you say they beat them.
While they discuss,
take
a look at Dominique's power rankings too, and let's see. Let's compare these guys. All right, and we won't even get in the debate. But he has them 3rd. He has the Saints 3rd.
They're 3rd.
See?
They're 3rd. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater was awesome last week, but Teddy Bridgewater has not been awesome.
But Drew Brees is coming back. Did you not see Drew Brees out there throwing mini footballs? Did you not see him throw the football, go through my progression? Throw the football, go through my progression. Michael Thomas is a monster.
Explain to me the point of power rankings. They're about what's happening right now.
Right now, the Saints are 3-0 without Drew Brees.
Right now,
they're 3-0 without Drew Brees.
He can fly into New Orleans just on that segment alone. That's the only thing we learned about that. All right, right now, that's the only thing.
And just because I voted for NFL PA president, don't mean we're friends now.
Prescott protected, fires a pick. King. Pass was behind Gallup. And another takeaway by this Packer defense.
Let's get to this week's listing, Chris. I'm going to start with the top 10 as I always do, and the people on radio who are following along. You can take notes if you would like. Number 1, the Patriots. Number 2, the Saints, up 1 after winning against Tampa on Sunday. Seahawks make a 3-spot climb to number 3. Packers make a 3-spot climb to number 4. Chiefs down 3 to number 5. Here are the 49ers, a 6-spot jump all the way up to the 6th position.
There's a couple other teams that are 3-2.
Yeah.
The Packers are 4-1. They're not on my list right now.
Fight is 5.
And that was a great win they had. But I saw the Eagles, who were 3-2, go into their building and beat them.
No movement from the Packers. They got a very impressive win against the Cowboys. So saying that, you know, it's a good day for the Packers. It's a good week, but it is tough to move them up given what's ahead of them, what's going on ahead of them. But yeah, strongly considered, moving up there. But you'll see why.
Number 4, the Green Bay Packers moving up the spot again. I hate to say I told you so, but damn it, I told you so. This is a real Super Bowl contending team. Good teams rebound after tough wins to other good teams. Eagles loss, followed up by a Cowboys win. It's what I expected, and I'll say it again, their defense is legit.
Number 3, the Green Bay Packers. Okay? It's hard for me to, if I'm going to sit back objectively, you went into Dallas, and look, you put a whipping on Dallas that should have had Jason Garrett fired after the game. Matt LaFleur literally outcoached a 10-year veteran. That game was much further out of hand than what the score indicated. Green Bay and that Green Bay defense is for real. You've got a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Right now, Matt LaFleur looks like his system is going to work. They're running the ball. I mean, look. Aaron Rodgers finally has a defense again for the first time since the year he won the Super Bowl. Green Bay looks tough. They do. I've got them at number 3 right now. I've said for 3 straight weeks that defense is real. John Matrix has been pushing back on me on Green Bay. Look, they've got a great quarterback. I think Aaron is a little overvalued. I always have. But look, since he's been in the league and playing, he's essentially a top 3, 4, 5 quarterback for that time period. Okay?
We'll write it on to number 3. None other than the Green Bay Packers in this week's NFL Power Rankings for Week 6. I was jumping on the Cowboys bandwagon because they was looking pretty good. Dak Prescott was looking like a max contract type quarterback, but they were humbled really quick these last couple of weeks. I think they're on the victims of 2 straight losses, if I'm not mistaken, but it's neither there. We got the Green Bay Packers beating the Bears, beating the Vikings, beating the Broncos. All excellent defensive teams. I don't care how bad they're playing right now. All 3 of those teams have so much down on defense. And for Green Bay, with that anemic offense, but you still have Aaron Rodgers, the Green Bay offense it's not better than the Chiefs. It's like in the middle of the pack, if I'm not mistaken. They lost to the Eagles. That's their only loss this season. They beat the Cowboys. So they're beating teams that no one expects them to beat. But with Aaron Rodgers, you're never out of the game. Also with Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. Total yards per game for the Green Bay Packers, 25th in the league at 337. Passing yards per game, that puts them at 17th for 244 total passing yards per game. The rushing yards, 93 in a game. I forgot who was that running back. I think it's Devontae Adams, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken. No, I ain't mistaken. You got Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones, that's their running back, number 33. Man, I don't know. That's kind of weird. Points per game, 23, puts them at 13th. Their third down completion percentage is worse than the Saints as well as the Chiefs, if I'm not mistaken. They're at 28th in the league with Aaron Rodgers, but he is missing his number 1 wide. On to the defensive side of the ball for the Green Bay Packers. Total yards they give up to their opponents, 376. That's 22nd in the league. They give up 238 passing yards per game, that's 14th. They give up 138 rushing yards per game, that is 27th. They give up 18 points per game in the league, that's 8th. So they're top 10 in that regard, so that is good. They give up 36% third down completion rating to their opponents, that puts them at